Well, the writing for this week can be said that it's just a very simple sabotage story. The Hood wants to get the very unstable fuel source that was mentioned, that they were carrying through the mountains and what have you. And, you know, him trying to make money. So, the story in itself, like I say, doesn't really require too much, but at the same time, when you keep it simple, you keep it more effective, and you're not having to do too much to try and retain the audience's attention. So, that in its own right, I was very pleased with. I did like the mountain pod, and they actually changed colour. They went from kind of a flower yellow to very fluorescent day glow green, which I thought, okay, change is good. And you know, I had to think that they would have something that would be more equipped for the mountains, considering there were parts that Thunderbird 2 really couldn't go in too close because the noise from the jets would actually cause more problems, which I can't help but think if that's a slight reference to the End of the Road episode where they had to rescue Eddie Houseman off the side of a mountain as he was trying to save the road that the Houseman company were actually trying to build through the mountain. So I think that may have been an unintentional reference, or just maybe coincidental. Your mileage may vary. Yeah, Gordon having to be delicate, he's not known for having the finesse or the etiquette. He is somewhat reckless and brash when he wants to be, probably more so than Alan, which is saying something, but you know, he does have a slightly more tactful approach this week, so yeah, that was good. And I'm just going to put this out here. I felt it was a little bit cliche the way the tractor reconnected with the fuel compartment just that conveniently. I'm just like, you know, I appreciate it's a kid's show and you don't want to see anything bad happen, but at the same time you're like, okay then. But like I say, writing-wise, simple story, very effective. That's all that really needs to be said. The guest stars did okay. I feel like Ruth James, who plays Roadhog, you know, she did alright with what she was given to do, and I don't really give the guest stars too much grief because they're only there for a week, as opposed to the regulars who have, you know, most of them have been there since day one, with the likes of Thomas Brodie Sangster, David Menken, and Rasmus Hardiker. You know, they've had each week to hone their craft and get it down to a perfect T. The Chaos Crew are still terrible. You know, they're not written poorly. It's just the voices they put out there, generic one-note antagonists. I can't get behind that. It's nothing personal to the voice actors that are supplying the voices. It's just, you know, the voice direction they're given is terrible. I'm sorry. Really can't, you know, say more than that. As for the regulars, they nail it, as they so often do. And Andre Williams, I get the impression he's really, really starting to enjoy his performance as the Hood, where it's like, there's always another chance to get that fuel source, but there's always a good time to get rid of the Tracys. I could see him voicing Megatron from Beast Wars. Destroy International Rescue and the Maximals. Yes! Come on, people. Make it happen. That'll be so fun. As for the animation, it's Weta Workshop, so you're getting your money's worth and then some, and it was a perfect mix of CG and modelling this week, especially with the way the rocks were coming down on the mountainside, so you guys earned your paychecks and then some this week. Well, one special note for this week, obviously being the title of the episode being a nod to the original series episode, Path of Destruction, which I believe they actually did an homage to that in Season 1 with Under Pressure, where it was a nod to the Crab Logger episode, but unfortunately it featured Ned Tedford. We say no more about that character. And yeah, that was really it. Just a nice little reference. Cool. Well, to end this week, it's just basically a decent story and personal growth for Gordon. I really feel like his character is maturing more with each season. He was somewhat immature towards the end of season 1 and going into season 2, but now he does feel like he wants to be taken a little bit seriously. He does want to start growing up a little bit, and that's always awesome. As long as he still stays fun and adventurous, then, you know, he's still Gordo. Well, that'll do it for this week for Mission 3, and I'll see you next week. See you next mission. Good night from the night.